You have been building towards this thing for weeks. Maybe it's a launch, maybe it's a pitch, maybe it's like a hard conversation that you have been wanting to have and replaying over and over and over again in your head. And then it's the day of, and you're finally about to hit publish. You're finally about to post the video, and you're finally about to be seen in your full authentic power to step up your game. And then you get sick. Your body literally shut down. Like you get a stomach bug, the flu, migraine, something that physically stops you from doing what you were about to do. Or there is an emergency. Like your sister calls you crying, your kids are held up at school, there is a basement flood, or like your house is on fire. Whatever it is, you're just like, fuck, I am so unlucky, like, or this is a sign from the universe that I shouldn't be doing this, or like, this is just bad timing. Like all of these rational excuses of why this might be happening, where in reality, this is not bad luck at all. This is not bad timing. This is not the universe sending you signs. This is your nervous system trying to protect you. That's it. Let me paint you a picture of how this might be happening. Say you are launching a webinar on Friday. You've been preparing for weeks. Everything is ready. People are registered. You're super excited. And then Thursday night or Wednesday night, you have a horrible migraine and you cannot look at screens. The morning of, your computer is lagging behind. The technology drops. Something happens that just makes this experience super unpleasant all of a sudden. It starts creating all of these unnecessary obstacles, and you're just like, why the fuck is this happening to me? Or you're about to publish that article, start that Substack blog. Finally, everyone has reviewed your article. You are super excited about it. Your grandma is cheering you up. And then when you're about to hit publish, your computer just dies. It literally dies. And then it takes you forever to turn it back on. And it just creates this whole demotivating experience, and you're just like, oh my god, it's the universe sending me a sign that I should not be doing this. And then you shut down and you don't do it, or like it just creates this friction and you're like, this is not the right time for this, maybe I should be doing this, maybe this is not for me. And you start like creating all of these excuses and retracting from doing the thing that you literally been preparing weeks, if not months, to do. So here's what's actually happening, and I really want you to understand it, because awareness is the first step towards change. Once you are aware of what is happening within your nervous system, within your subconscious brain, you are actually able to interrupt that pattern by choosing a different response to it. So think about it this way. Your nervous system has one job, and it's to keep you alive. That's it. It's to keep you in this familiar, cocooning, comfortable environment, even if that is not perceived as comfort by your conscious brain. It is whatever has been imprinted in your subconscious growing up, that has been inherited from your ancestors, whatever it is that you have built up as true for your nervous system. Now, think about it for a second. For most human history, standing out from the group, standing out from the crowd, being visible, putting yourself above everyone, or speaking up, having a singular way of thinking or like way of doing things, it got you killed. It got you burnt at stake. It got you exiled, cast out. And at that, like back in the days, that was the same as death. And so your nervous system has learned throughout history and throughout proofs, perhaps when you were a child, perhaps you've been bullied at school, or like things were happening within your family environment, school environment, etc. You have learned that visibility meant danger. Now, your conscious brain, your thinking brain, the one through which you are processing this video right now, knows that you're not going to die if you launch the webinar, or like if you have the hard conversation, if you set your boundaries. You're going to be fine. Like, it's going to be okay. But your autonomic nervous system, the part that runs automatically below your awareness, it doesn't know the difference between launching a webinar and standing up in front of a hostile tribe who might reject you. And rejection means death. So you're really kind of like internally like triggering those responses to a very, very like simple situation, which is just like turning on your camera and recording a webinar or going live like in front of people. But to that part of your brain, to your subconscious, to your autonomic nervous system is the same threat level. Dying or registering a webinar is the same thing. So what it does is that it creates a circuit breaker. It basically floods your nervous system with stress hormones. It triggers your immune response and it literally makes your body stop functioning at full capacity. Because if you are sick, you actually have a legitimate reason not to show up. And that's not self-sabotage, that's considered just as protection. Oh my God, like I am so sick. I cannot physically run this webinar or like publish this article or whatever, have this conversation because I'm feeling so bad that now I have to put all of my attention and energy into feeling better. And that is the way that your nervous system is protecting you by giving you a very legitimate reason and excuse to not do the thing. Your nervous system is literally saying, I will burn this house down before I let you walk into danger. Now, the problem is that this danger isn't real, but your body doesn't know that yet. Your nervous system doesn't know that, and it doesn't care. Like, you can spend hours and hours telling it, it's okay, it's safe. Like, your nervous system is not gonna clock that in. Like, in order to rewire it, you need to start working with the nervous system itself. Now, let's understand why this loop happens specifically, as in freezing before launching or freezing before doing the thing. That basically happens when there is a gap between your conscious commitment and your nervous system's sense of safety. You have consciously decided you are doing the thing. You told people, you set the date, your conscious mind is on board with it, but somewhere deep in your system, there is a part of you that is really terrified. It is terrified of being judged, terrified of failing, terrified of being too much or not enough, terrified of what will change if you are actually being seen in your full authentic power, if you express your authentic voice, if you set your boundaries, if you say the thing that you believe will offend the other person, or if you ask for that promotion, maybe you'll get fired because all of a sudden you are expressing something that is asking your boss to recognize your worth. And that's all perceived danger. It's not real danger. When you strip down the emotional perception from it and you look at it as a fact, like, there's nothing bad happening. You're setting a boundary, you're saying no to something that you don't really want to do. Everyone does that. Well, not everyone, but like most people do that. It's like, oh, I don't want to do this thing. There is nothing bad in saying that you don't want to do something, but because you have put so much emotional charge into it, and maybe you grew up learning that whenever you say no to something, the other person cries and is offended. And when you're a kid, you see that as danger. And so this is a reaction that you don't want to trigger in other people. So now you don't want to affirm your boundaries or say no when you really want to do. And your nervous system will shut it down whenever you are actually about to start affirming that. So here's the thing. The obstacle that is created, you being sick, an emergency happens, chaos, whatever, it's not bad luck. The obstacle is the protection mechanism. Your body is creating a crisis that gives you permission to not show up, because showing up feels more dangerous than being sick. That's actually what's happening to you. And you can take a moment and pause this video here and really think about the last time that this happened to you. And you will start seeing like a pattern emerging from it. Like, oh my God, when I was about to start my social media account, like when I was about to start my Instagram and record my first video, I got so sick. And then all of my energy went into healing myself, and then I forgot about it and I didn't do it. Or the morning I decided to ask my boss for a promotion, my kids had a problem at school and I had to go and I didn't go to work that day. Like whatever it is, like it's literally your nervous system creating these obstacles as protection mechanisms. So it's up to you to start seeing them for what they are, and through that interrupt the pattern. And I will tell you in a second how you can interrupt it, but first I really want to emphasize on the fact that it's so important to recognize it first. Okay, so how do you break this loop? I said it already, but I will say it again and again and again, because some of us just need to hear things more than once. But first, it's so important to recognize that it's happening, to see it for what it is. Awareness is literally the first step towards change, because once you see it, you can choose to respond to it differently. And that's the way that you break any pattern. I'm letting you in on one of the best kept secrets, which is to break a pattern. You literally need to see it for what it is, recognize it, and then choose to respond to it differently. That's it. So the next time you're about to do something that requires you to be visible, and suddenly you get sick or chaos erupts or something comes up, don't just roll with it. Don't just think, ugh, bad timing, or this is a sign from the universe, or like bad luck or whatever. Really stop and ask yourself, is this my nervous system trying to protect me? And just asking that question will interrupt the pattern. Once you've triggered awareness, you can ground yourself. It's very important to come back to the present moment and let your nervous system know that you are safe here and now. Because why is your nervous system even doing this? It's because it's perceiving danger, it's perceiving a threat. But if you bring it back to the present moment and say, here, look, I'm safe, I'm alive, I am here, then the nervous system will calm down. So the way you do this is like by grounding, for example. You literally just put your feet flat on the earth and feel the ground supporting you. This is such an underrated tool. Like when we are in these kind of freeze modes, it's literally just ground. Feel the ground, feel the surface, Mother Earth holding you. You can take deep breaths. Deep breaths into the belly will also bring that sense of safety into you. And my personal favorite is literally doing this. Stroking gently yourself, closing your eyes and really focusing on your heart, your breath, and letting your system know that you are safe just being here. And then the third thing, you do the thing anyway. You see it, you ground yourself, and then you fucking go do it. Obviously within reason. If you're dying in bed, you can't really deliver a webinar, but maybe you can take a tiny action towards showing your nervous system that it's okay to still work towards that vision of yours. Because that's the only way to fully interrupt it, is to do it anyway, is to persist. When your computer is dying, when the Wi-Fi is broken, you go out, you go to a cafe and you fucking publish that article. Because otherwise, your nervous system will just reinforce the pattern. See, I kept her safe from doing this thing that was so dangerous to her. Or you can say, see, I did it and I'm still alive. I did it while sick and I'm still alive. I did it while my computer was dying and I'm still alive. That's the way you interrupt the pattern. Think of one thing that you have been wanting to do but haven't. Something that requires you to be seen. Maybe it's posting something online, sending an email, asking for a promotion, having a hard conversation. Whatever it is, think about it and then notice. Is there an obstacle standing between you and doing the thing? Are you suddenly too busy? Or is the house on fire? Or is your computer acting weird? Did you mysteriously lose the file? Like, what is it that has been keeping you from doing this thing? And notice that this pattern is literally your nervous system trying to keep you safe from doing it. Then do the technique. Notice it. Ask the question, is this my nervous system keeping me from doing the thing? Ground yourself if you need to, and then go do it anyway. Don't wait to feel ready or motivated or feel better or whatever. Just fucking do it. It's gonna break your nervous system's response to this perceived danger, and it's gonna start building up the capacity for you to do these perceived dangerous or hard things that you really fucking want to do, that you know will move your life forward. Just fucking do it. Even if you feel sick, even if your nervous system is shutting down while you try to do it. And I know that this might trigger some people because so many of us are like, we need to nurture our nervous system. Yes, we need to nurture our nervous system, but when our nervous system is playing bullshit on us and stopping us from moving forward, we need to interrupt the pattern. And the way to interrupt the pattern is to choose differently when the pattern arises. Okay, hi. If we have not met, I am Maya. And as I said, for the next 12 weeks, I'm going to help you break up with the fear of being seen and become unstoppable. This is the first episode in a 12-week series that I'm creating for you to understand the exact patterns that are self-sabotaging you or keeping you stuck from doing the thing that you really want to do, or from being visible in your authentic power. This is what this channel is all about. I will be showing you the exact patterns that are running your subconscious mind and how to break them. And not only through information, I'll be sharing energy activations, meditations, and sleep hypnosis to really help you identify to the root core, but also rewire. Because your nervous system doesn't need just information, it needs repatterning. And we need to work with the nervous system, rewire it, create that safety first, and then rewire it. And that's what the energy activations and the sleep hypnosis that I will be putting out will serve for. So if you're not subscribed yet, please do subscribe, engage in the comments, tell me how did this resonate with you, and share it with your friends, with whomever you believe will need this, because transformation is truly the best gift that we can give each other. So this is it for this week. Next week, I will be talking about the pattern that I personally have been victim of the most, which is, for my fellow neurodiverse people, they will love this one, starting things and not finishing them. Like if you are a serial starter, next week's video, Wednesday, will be for you. So stay tuned, subscribe, like, comment, share with me your thoughts. I always love to read all of your different perspectives. And thank you for being here. Thank you for giving this time for yourself. I love you, and I'll see you next week. Bisous.